10. Another 10.
Will I remember what I said? Of course not. Anyway, I was prepared to give this Dvar Torah last week because Shabbos Tammuz the 13th was my 8th anniversary. And I was looking forward to it, but actually it was going to be very entertaining because it was going to be before 17th of Tammuz, before 3 weeks, and before Fast Day, but Hashem had a different plan. Then I prepared another nice topic for today. But Hashem had a different plan. I want to dedicate this shiur in the memory of the children killed in this horrendous attack on Shabbos afternoon. The refuah shleima to all the injured, and of course, to all our hostages for their safe return wherever they are, and to all our soldiers who are fighting on the front line, and they are on our mind 24/7 wherever we are and whatever we do. Okay, but I'm going back to my anniversary. And why do I feel all of a sudden that the 8th one, I never thought about it, by the way, but the 8th one was more special than the others. I've been in Tzfat, in Israel, in Tzfat, in the same apartment for 8 years. Never moved. Every number in Judaism is special, but was or is what the number 8? You all know the answers. You all know the answers. We can go on and on and on forever to name why the number 8 is so special. But I have to tell you what I remember. Several years ago, we were on a trip organized by area. Before Corona, we were on a trip to Vermont. And I was sitting with Sfira Rojo. And you know this? Yeah. And I was in awe of the beauty which was surrounding us. And you know what? I think we just passed through this Druze town, which was here. My Jal Shams, it's called something. So it's right there. Right there. Anyway, the beauty was so breathtaking. And Sefira Rochel and me, we were so excited, so excited. And then I said to her, "You are from Switzerland. So isn't Switzerland beautiful?"
And she said she's not from Switzerland.
Holland is Switzerland.
She's from the province of this.
So we have to call her. She didn't deny it when I was talking to her.
She probably was there for a good 2 years.
No, and she gave me the answer even. It's not my language. First, she said, Switzerland is beautiful, but Israel is eternal. That was absolutely. I said, can I use it? Can I use it from now on? I'm going to quote that it's yours, and she gave me different permission. I think it's just right on the spot. So the number 8, that's why I thought it was special, represent eternity. So I made this beautiful picture.
Wow. Beautiful.
It is. That's my max. This is the max of my artist ability. Anyway, now I have a question. Why not circle represent eternity? That would be logical, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, circle, eternity. And this is my personal, maybe it's not, but a humble opinion. What does this shape remind you besides the number?
Two circles.
That's next. What? That's possible. Sand clock. Who said it? Wow. Sand clock.
That's where people's minds go.
I never thought about it. Sand clock. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah.
Sand clock.
Oh, yeah.
You see?
What does it say? An hourglass.
An hourglass. Whatever you say, I'm foreigner. I know so far. Anyway, and this is and this is what eternity. When you feel like it's over, the sand is almost done, everything is empty. Hashem gives us opportunity to take it upside down and start all over again. I don't know about you, but this is what Aliyah meant for me. It was to start all over again. And I personally believe that this idea to start all over again no matter what, gives a lot of hope to our generation, because we live in such a challenging times. But how do we use this new opportunity? How did I change in 8 years? Have I changed at all?
Yeah.
What have I accomplished? Since Simchat Torah War, I personally have changed a lot, and maybe you are too, but I have to thank my Balabait, where me and Chaya we live. Since the war began, whatever, they are Israelis. They've been through all the wars here. And whatever was happening, he would say, Hakol mishamayim. We're in the shul, booms, Hakol mishamayim. Sirens, Hakol mishamayim. He's such a tzaddik, and the emunah, real emunah, is unbelievable. They really know that Hakol mishamayim. And the number 8 represents Shamayim, 7 days of creation, and then whoops. If I turn it this way, you already said, what do you see? Glasses.
Oh.
What else? Right. It's a balance. It is a balance. Hashem created this world with a perfect balance, whether or not we see it. By the way, it also looks like glasses to wear. Couple back of years ago, what do you think? Hashem put masks on our faces. It's a provocative question. I believe it was not for Corona. I personally believe it didn't protect us at all. I think Hashem put the masks on our face so we would think before we say. We covered our mouth, and we will see clearer. He closed us for, he doesn't tape?
We're fine.
Okay. Your face, actually, as a professional, I can tell you, your face can lie. You can put the smile, you can do this, you can put whatever on your facial expression. Your eyes cannot lie. Your eyes cannot lie. If you want to know who that person really is, try to see just the eyes. That's why Hashem put masks on our face. Going back to eternity in the balance, sometimes we are so excited to learn Torah that we forget to put it into the practice. When I learn something new and fantastic, I say, wow, wow. And then what do I do with this? Wow. For example, I daven in a Sephardi shul, beautiful shul, beautiful davening, very, very spiritual. When the Torah is about to be taken out, we push aside the mechitza, the vilon, the curtains, and we go forward to welcome the Torah. Some women always look behind to make sure that everybody, whoever stands behind them, they can see the Torah. And some just go forward, blocking the view for everybody. They all go for Torah. They all, for holy reason, they all are very holy spiritual women. This is nothing wrong with this picture, yes? But they're wrong. There is something wrong about this picture. In my Siddur, right after the blessing, it says, my pronunciation, sorry, Areini mekabel mitzvat aser shel be'afta l'racha kamocha. Mekabel mitzvah, in my Siddur, it says, I take upon myself the mitzvah of loving your neighbor as yourself before every davening. So I guess it's very important. This is the only way to eternity, and this is balance. Hashem created all humanity. He gave us Jews a special purpose, to be the light into the nations. If he would want to create all Jews, we would not have all these nations around us. So how do we do this? Being surrounded by enemies, how can we spread the light? And honestly, maybe we should look into the mirror and honestly say to ourselves, it is us who are not doing enough. It is me who is fighting with my family. It is us who fight among us. It is us who are judgmental. My hand goes first up. Let's face it, and Hashem doesn't like it. He returned us to this beautiful land. We have a zchut to live in this phenomenal city. And are we taking good care of it? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So, and I think if we honestly will look in the mirror and address the problem, like if you are sick and you don't want to see the reality, you're not going to get that help. If you face the reality as harsh as it is, you address the problem, you can find the cure much easier. We are wonderful, loving, caring, generous people. So Judaism, you know it better than me. Judaism is about action. Let's just act on it. Let's just think all the time, or most of the time, who's standing behind? As holy as our purpose is, let's look and see who's standing behind. Are they also included? Can they see this holiness which I see? And they say it's the straw which breaks the camel's back. I want to redo that phrase, and I don't know because I'm not English expert. Does it going to work or no? I want to say, let's make sure that we use our straw, even if it's small, not to break, but to build. It's very possible. Let's use the straw to build. And I did so well in terms of timing. I have a time to share the story, which I was going to share at the end of my tour. So last Thursday, before I went to Yehuda's Holtman to help with the food, I went to Shukersal. I bought some things there, and I'm standing at the register, and a very beautiful young Arab girl, very friendly, beautiful smile, and I gave her 100 shekels, And she said, do you have 2 more or something? I need some change. I gave her change, and she's holding 50 shekels, and I'm putting my hand out, and she said, no, you gave me 50.
Oh.
And I said, no, I gave you 100. She said, no, you gave me 50. And then she tried to look around. She asked people in the line, did you see her giving 100? And the woman said, no, maybe they have a camera. And then she asked another religious man. He said, no, I didn't see. And she said, are you positive? I said, I think I did. She said, you know what? Take this 50 shekels and that's it. I don't really remember. I said, you know what? No. You know what? I'm not going to do it. כסף לא חשוב. אני רוצה מרגישה. I said, she was fighting with me. No, you take it. I said, no, you take it. No, you take it. You take it. Finally, she took the 50 shekels and she said, give me your phone number. If I will discover something, I will give you a call. So I gave her a phone number, left with a very good feeling, forgot about it. This 50 shekel, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what I have on my account even, which is true. I forgot about it. I went to Yehudis, the day passed. Yehudis gave me the Friday off. So I jumped on a bus and I went to Tver, to my favorite place, Hot Springs. I jumped, the weather was beautiful. So I jumped, then I crossed the street, then I swam. I felt just fantastic. All of a sudden, somebody calls me. And the phone number, I don't know. Lo מכירה. So my Hebrew tongue, and I hear her saying, then she said, Pakid, then she said, Shufersal. And I said, wow. And I said, the kesef shelcha, shelach? She said, no, the kesef shelcha. And then she tells me, come to Shufersal and pick up your money. And then we both screamed, Toda Rabba, mamash toda Rabba. She screamed, mamash toda Rabba. I screamed, mamash toda Rabba. I was crying, to be honest with you. Then I went on a bus to go back. I'm finishing. I went back. Now it's not about me. Then I went on the bus. Chaya calls me. Chaya said, you know what? I went to Achizol. She never goes. And I bought the eggs for Bas Medrash. I said, what? She never does. She bought the eggs. I go to Tahana Merkazit, and I said, oh my gosh, you were so helpful. And then I go to Tahana Merkazit in Perea. Judy calls me. Judy Sugar never calls me. And what is she saying? I'm here at Yehudi. She says, nobody's here. Where are you? I said, I'm in Perea. How did you get there? I said, I jumped on the bus. And she said, alone? And I said, yes. She said, oh, next time I go, I will take you there. One mitzvah immediately created 2 more, unexpected, totally. So when we do a right thing, it doesn't matter how big it is.
I don't think
It doesn't matter how big it is. Hashem will always reward us big. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, thank you. I mean, you know, we know that we live in a place where people are fighting to do kindness, to do the right thing. So thank you, Tanya, for showing us and pointing it out, how really the wonderful people that we have here. Okay, so now we're continuing, almost finishing the laws of Shabbos, the laws of Hotzah, carrying. Again, we're going to be talking about rabbinic restrictions of Hotzah. Now, I mentioned this many times in connection to the malachos that the point of the rabbinic restrictions, basically they're for 2 reasons. They do 2 different things. So one is they prevent somebody from mistakenly doing something, right? Like you can't put your coat on a tree because you might forget and take off a leaf. So there's this gedder, this prevention. And the other reason is that someone might be confused. They might see you doing something and they might think that, oh, it's okay, she's doing it. Now you're doing it because there's a halakhic explanation why that is, but it's not an obvious thing. So the rabbis wanted to prevent those these are mitzvot d'oraisa, right? These are something that you're not allowed to do, a very serious thing. And the rabbis put up these barriers to prevent you from doing them. So let's say we have an example of somebody who lives in a courtyard with buildings all around it. Okay, and courtyards, there's not many, like many of the first construction outside of the walls of the city in Jerusalem were built this way. They were built with, like, the walls were kind of the protection, and inside there was a common oven, and there was the well, and there was, I don't know what else they had there, but you walk into it, and then you take your water, and then you go into a house. Okay, and what it appears, even though it's surrounded by some kind of a structure, but people could mistakenly see that and think, oh, someone's taking something from a public domain, a reshus harabim, and they're bringing it into a private domain. Okay, so the rabbi saw that as a problem, and what they did is they determined that that anytime there is a private structure that has at least two people living there, you cannot carry in or into that structure unless there's some kind of an eruv. Now, there's a little bit of confusion about this idea of eruv. There's what we commonly use, the expression eruv is really called a tzuras ha-pesach. It's the form of an opening, the form of a door. Right? Like, people take poles, and we talked about it, not that extensively, but, poles and strings, and you put it all over. And this is not something that's necessarily regarded well in halacha. People do it, but very often, Rabbi Ribiat wrote this book. He does not like it at all. He says that very often people compromise. People have to make all kinds, they have to make it work in this place where there just happens to be this road or this opening or this rock or this, they have to use all kinds of kulas, makel positions, and they really do questionable things, and it very often happens. But making an eruv in something like a courtyard or in a building, right, where an apartment building, that's actually a mitzvah. Okay, and you say a bracha when you make it, right? People get together. Right, you take a thing of matzah, a box of matzah, or you get something. Each of the people in the building contribute something, and this food is held together in somebody's one person's apartment. I think Sfardim sometimes put it in a shul, but for the most part, it's put in an apartment, and you actually say a bracha. Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvah mitzivanu la'asot eruv. Sound familiar? You heard that bracha before? Same bracha that you say, eruv chatzerot. That's it. No, but I'm saying but also you say the same bracha when you do an eruv tavshilin. Same bracha. Okay, it's about making connections. It's about making these things connected. So, so why would this be? Why would that? So, the thing that I think the thing that sort of typifies or characterizes your home is that's the place where you eat. That's the main place where you eat. So when you have food in your neighbor's house, and you have this in your neighbor's house, and you have that in your neighbor's house, and everybody has something, it's like, well, it's my house. I got my food in there. We're all one big happy family. It's a bringing together. Okay, and the halak, and it's a mitzvah. It's highly encouraged. So we're making this eruv chatzerot. I think that's about it for today. We can stop early. Okay. What?
Because today, most everywhere there's an eruv.
Right.
Think about it. There's an eruv in spot. Some people call it.
Right.
And most Jewish communities even in America. So we forget those.
We forget. And there are actually, I've said this before, there are places in Israel where there is no Eruv. There are places certainly in America where there's no Eruv. So it's important to know. It's important to know. Okay, so a few announcements, and then you can make your so first of all, thank you to Ilana Schachter, who's sponsoring breakfast. And so it's always nice when there's a happy reason. She is a new great grandmother, not her first, but
The first.
Shalvi is a grandmother again. Sarah is a mother for the first time. So a lot of nachas, a lot of simcha to the family to just continue to have children. grow your tribe, as I say. Okay. Okay. So this morning, Shana will not be here. She had a procedure. Thank God it went well, and so she's recovering comfortably at home. But she will not. Her classes will take place at 10 o'clock. Are there enough of you to do the class? No. You want to do the class? All right. So you'll meet. The 10 o'clock class will meet. Okay. The 11 o'clock will surely meet. All the other classes will take place at 12:30. Yossi Stefanski is continuing. The presentation had started today. No, I made a mistake. I wrote the 28th, but there's the Esther Dixon. She taught last week, and she's teaching again next week. So this week, Yossi Stefanski is continuing with the wonderful stuff that he's been talking about. It's actually review of archaeological discoveries from the time of the Second Temple and on. And it includes new insights on the ancient synagogues of the Galilee.
And it's going to be on the big screen.
It's going to be on the big screen.
It's much more interesting than what he wrote. He's very dynamic, so much knowledge.
Very, very
He
knowledgeable.
has pictures, and it's like just to understand when you see something that some random kid finds at a quarry somewhere, and then it's actually a piece of something. He knows how to date this. It's just really impressive. That's good.
Okay, so as I said, next week is Esther Dickstein, and then our last week is on the 12th, August 12th, and that Monday night is Tisha B'Av. So we'll have a short day. We'll finish at 12. We'll have a lot, all kinds of foods that are appropriate for before a fast, but like pretzels and potato chips and extreme stuff like that. So that's the plan. But we'll and then we're finished until after Rosh Chodesh Elul. We'll be starting again on.
Actually, it's Rosh Chodesh. No, next Monday is Rosh Chodesh.
Yeah, Monday is Rosh Chodesh. I don't think we're gonna do anything, right? Yeah, next Monday is Rosh Chodesh. So that's our plan. Okay, I forgot the box. I forgot my head. I mean, today I walked out of my house with my phone, without my watch, it's just I went home and I got my phone, I got my watch. I can't function without, these things. So, but I also forgot the box for money. So that's the box. Somebody hold it up. So if anything, any of your dues or contributions to the Bas Medrash goes there. Okay. Hold it up. White ball. And then of course we're continuing to collect, hold that up too, please. We're continuing to collect for the soldiers as we always do. Soldiers. Yehudis Hoffman making Shabbos food for the soldiers. What?
She said last week they ran out of money.
Yeah, I think they got more. They got more, but they always need. She always needs more. She had a big grant and it's finished, and so she's now relying on whatever she can raise. So, okay. So a few other announcements. First, I want to just say congratulations to Jacqueline Wisleski, right? You get a mazel tov, right? She won the first prize in the trash to treasure art contest. So we have right? We have artists, and we have artists in our midst, right? So congratulations. You should bring it in and show us. Want to bring
The
it?
one piece is actually little planter charms, ladybugs, bottom hats, and they're for sale for 25 shekels. Shelley's used store.
Okay, okay. If all right, I'm not, let me see if there's any other announcement. Oh yeah, so the day after Monday is our annual Tisha B'Av activity, our Tisha B'Av Day of Learning, which because they're doing keynotes here, which are actually welcome to join, but immediately afterwards at 10 o'clock, so we'll be starting our program. And you'll have more details coming out soon. And Miriam, where is she? Do we know anything about the Chavetz Chaim?
Yeah, he said that he'll be sending it to us and we have it.
Okay, so so after our live speakers, you'll have the opportunity to watch. We show this every year on Tisha B'Av, the Chavetz Chaim program on it's on Tisha B'Av issues and it's on all kinds of different things every year, but okay. I think that's it. Anybody else have announcements, please?
Yeah, number one, I saw the notice outside your hall that your guys are at trip to Yerushalayim, 50 shekels. What is it? Trip to Yerushalayim, 50 shekels. Here we are, and going in the something and the Shulchan. Look at the notice outside. It says it's the 11th of August, Zion out. You have to book in details upon them.
It's the Sunday before Tisha B'Av.
Zion out. True Sunday. Very good. Oh, and the second thing is if anyone's interested, I have an article in Shulchan this week about the experience of like living on the spot in the north situation. So,
I like to read that.
Me too.
I don't know.
Did you write about us?
I wrote about it as I'm experiencing it. Everybody experiences very good, so don't judge.
You're the famous writer in our.
Can you post it? Someone asked.
I will do something.
Yeah, very good. All right, anybody else have? Yes,
Oh,
go ahead.
all right. Well, we still haven't got the calendars. We have 30 days to new one starts. I did want to say yesterday, a few of us went to the hospital to visit the people from Majal Shams, and
Can you speak up a little bit?
yesterday a few of us went. We bought food, raised some money. We bought some food and brought it to them. And we like, the Jewish didn't have tons of food, so we like popped it all on the table. We got to eat. And but it's just really incredible experience. Like, I don't see the men. I know our men go to Seoul like these men. Like we watch.